Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for taking time to join us. I'm Taylor Wilcoxon, and I'm helping facilitate this meeting today. I work here at the clerk's office as our public relations manager. If you have any questions, please chat them to us throughout the session. We do have everyone's microphones turned off just to help keep the session organized and cut down on unnecessary noise. We will be emailing you all a copy of this presentation and the slides afterwards. So if you miss anything or you want to have it for reference, it'll be there. And included in that email will be a resource page that we've started that will help provide any how-to videos we create about the system and any other resources we come up with, like frequently asked questions, and all will address it there. Registration, we're going to talk about registration. It's not currently live, but it will be soon. So we will email you all as soon as it's live, but you'll have a quick preview of it today and a quick preview of the functionality of the system. That way, once everything does go live, you're a bit familiar with it. We're joined by Matt Hendricks. He's our senior business analyst here at our office. He's been an integral part of developing this system, so he knows all the ins and outs of it. So he's going to guide us through the preview today.
Thanks, Taylor. There's a few things we'd like to go over to make this transition as simple as possible. The main goal is to get everyone registered and comfortable with the new system, so that's what we'll focus on today. We'll also cover the gatekeeper function for those of you who'll be using it. We're going to start with a short video to walk you through the registration process. This video will be posted in the help section of the portal, so it'll be easy to access later if you need it.
Records portal. After watching this video, you'll be able to complete registration for the portal in 3 easy steps. Records are available to the public and can be searched without an account. Some limitations apply to anonymous public users, though. Additional access is available to those who sign an agreement and create an account. Access levels are available for attorneys, parties to a case, and agency members such as government, law enforcement, school board, judiciary, social services, and more. If you don't qualify as one of these users, access is available as a registered user. Now let's get to it. Registration can be completed in 3 easy steps. Step 1, initiate your registration. To do so, visit polkcountyclerk.net and select Court Records on the home page. There are now 2 different record portals, one for criminal and one for civil. If you have an agreement with our existing system, your access to civil records remains unchanged. Select the Criminal Records button and then the Registration button to proceed with the process. Select your access type, complete all fields, then select the Registration button to proceed. It is crucial that you select the correct access level. Attorneys, please select attorney. Agency members, you must choose agency as your option. Once selected, a second menu will appear asking you for your agency affiliation. The wrong selection will affect the information you can view. Moving on to step 2, complete your agreement. You will immediately receive an email with your agreement. If you don't get it, check your spam folder. Open the attachment, review the agreement, and select the option most appropriate for you. Scroll down to the last page to have the form signed and notarized. Once completed, upload the form to your computer. Return to the email and follow the link included in the message. You will now upload your completed agreement by following the Browse button. Once loaded, select the Continue button. Your agreement has now been submitted to our office. The third and final step is to reset your password. Once approved, you will receive an email with your username and a temporary code. Follow the link. You will now log in with your username and the temporary password. During the initial sign-on, you will be prompted to choose a new password. It must be 14 characters long and contain at least one uppercase letter, one lowercase letter, one number, and one special character. You will then choose a new password. Select Change. With that, your registration is complete and you now have access to the Criminal Records Portal. Return to the Login button and sign in using your new credentials. If you have any problems, reach out to us at recordsreg@polk-county.net.
All right, we're going to take a look at the initial registration page. It's very important that you select the correct role when registering. The menu drops down and defaults to the registered user role. So agencies and attorneys, you'll need to make sure that you choose agency or attorney in order to receive the correct level of access. For agency users, once you select the agency, a second drop-down box will appear, and you'll choose the correct agency from the list. Registered user accounts do not require a notarization, whereas attorney, agency, and parties to a case do. Selecting the wrong level of access will require additional efforts to contact our office in order to reset the account and redo the correct agreement. The next thing we'll cover is gatekeepers. Some agencies and law offices find it beneficial to use our gatekeeper function. This allows a designated user within the agency to create accounts for other people within the same organization. If you work for an agency that has a gatekeeper, do not register on your own. Please contact your gatekeeper in order to receive access. For those of you who are gatekeepers, we strongly suggest that you reach out to your users to inform them that you, the gatekeeper, will be creating their access. For the private attorneys joining us today, you will need to register yourself rather than having a gatekeeper register for you. If a gatekeeper registers you, you will assume the level of access that they have, which is more limited than the attorney access level. One last thing, previously agencies were allowed to have multiple gatekeepers, whereas the new system only allows one gatekeeper per agency. The agency agreement that you receive during the registration process has a designated section to list a gatekeeper for your organization. Once logged in as the gatekeeper, you'll find the Manage Users option in the top right-hand corner of the main screen. From there, the gatekeeper will select New User, input the user's information, and select Save. An email will then be sent to the new user with their username and a temporary password. If someone forgets their password, they can work through the self-service password reset. Gatekeepers also have the ability to reset passwords for users within their agency. Before we move on, does anybody have any questions about the gatekeeper role or the registration process?
We do have one question which I can answer, and it was asking us to put the registration link in the chat. Registration isn't live yet, so as soon as it is, which we expect it within the next couple of weeks, we will email that out to everyone so you can walk through these steps. And for now, Matt, that's all the questions we have, but please feel free to shoot any more to us. And we did have one more come in. And this question is related to, do we know what agency the Department of Juvenile Justice would select? Matt, you want to take that one?
DJJ would be under, you have a gatekeeper. DJJ has a gatekeeper, but the if you are the gatekeeper, it would be under law enforcement.
And we did just email everyone late last week who is a current gatekeeper with our system to notify them and to tell them to like start working through who's gonna be the gatekeeper for the agencies. So you all should see more communication within the next couple of weeks about which agencies have a gatekeeper and who that gatekeeper is from within your organization.
All right, let's take a look at the new system. We're going to cover a few things today, such as how to perform a search, viewing documents, and then we'll take a look at the court calendar. Case search option appears in the top left-hand corner. The portal features a simplified search. You can now use one or more search criteria to narrow down your search. We have additional search criteria that are also available, such as citation number, incident number, arrest date, and more. A new addition is that you can search with the short form case number. Search results now automatically display much more information than the previous system. This can help to identify a specific case faster. Another beneficial feature is that users can now sort columns. Simply click the column header to reveal the sort arrow. Once you find a case that you need, click on the case number to view the details. The case detail screen has a new layout and provides more demographic data in the header. Scrolling down, you will see the Dockets tab. There are additional tabs that can be used to find things such as court dates, party information, charges, sentences, arrests and bonds, and fees. As with the existing system, there's two scenarios for viewing documents. Some documents will be immediately available, while others require a manual review before being released to the public. This is a Florida Supreme Court requirement. Document links appear in the column on the left. Documents that can be viewed immediately will have a paperclip icon. To view a document, simply click on the paperclip. The document viewer has been improved to make it easier to view and navigate through documents, view documents in your full browser window, scroll through multiple pages, and zoom into documents. Documents that require a manual review can be identified by the lock icon. Another new feature is the ability to be notified by email when your document is ready for viewing. If you wish, simply input your email and select Request Document. You'll receive an email when your document is ready. Once released, the icon turns to a paperclip to clearly indicate it's available for view. A red icon indicates the document cannot be viewed online. Let's take a look at our Court Events tab. Selecting the Court Events tab allows access to all hearings for the selected case. The Florida Courts also offers an e-Notify service that sends emails and/or text reminders about upcoming court dates. The new portal also features a court calendar. This feature is only available to users that have registered for the system. Therefore, public users are unable to access this feature. This feature can be found on the initial landing screen once you've logged into the system. You can adjust the calendar to view week, day, or month. You can also search the calendar by clicking on Search Court Events. This will give you the options to search by date, court type, event type, judge, courtroom, and division. Users can also search the calendar by bar number. Make sure to enter the entire bar number, including any leading zeros. Here's a search example. This is for Attorney John Doe for the week of January 22nd. The calendar features an interactive direct link to the case detail page. This allows for seamless navigation between the calendar events and the case information. Something to note for people that have are used to using Pro, the calendar on the new system exports as a CSV file, not a PDF file. This format allows the user to filter and customize the information as needed. And that is our new criminal records portal. I'd like to mention one last thing. We want you to be aware that once we go live with our new system, we'll be maintaining two different portals for online records, one for criminal and one for civil. Both portals can be accessed by using the Court Records button on our homepage. Once there, you'll need to select the repository you need, criminal or civil. The civil records will remain on our existing Polk Records online system, and access to Pro will remain unchanged. Once our criminal system is live, we will begin the next phase of the project. This will include adding civil and juvenile records to the new system. Once complete, both criminal and civil records will be in the same portal, and Polk Records Online will be retired. We appreciate your time today. We will email you as soon as the registration link is live. If you have any questions, email us at recordsreg@polk-county.net. This brings us to the end of our presentation. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask.
We have a question. Until the new system is fully operational, will I still have access to the current system? And if so, could you please confirm how long the original system will remain available for users?
Your access to Pro will not change. You will still be able to look up civil cases in Pro until Pro goes away, which I assume will be at least a year or two.
And then once we do launch the criminal portal, not be able to access any of the criminal information in Pro, only civil and juvenile. And then we do intend to have a time for pre-registration prior to launching the new criminal system. That way you can avoid any disruption of accessing the criminal records. And all of the information, criminal information from Pro is being brought over into the new system. Any other questions before we wrap up? And again, if you think of anything afterward or once we do send out the emails with the registration, you certainly can contact us here at the recordsreg@polk-county.net address. Well, that ends our session today, everyone. So we appreciate your time and we hope you have a wonderful afternoon.